Hey guys, Ben here, Honeydew Homestead. It's pretty bright out today, but I'm at the farm. It is very hot. I don't know how long I'm going to last, but I came out here to have a little rock party. Basically, the problem that I don't want to have is that at some point I'm going to have to come out here and keep this grass cut down short. And I'll show it to you in just a second. But what I don't want to happen is to try to cut this thing and then have big rocks all over the place. Keep in mind that this has not been, smoothed out, finish graded, nothing like that. It was bulldozed and then rained on. And the rain has kind of smoothed over a lot of those dozer tracks, but there's still like big rocks and sticks and roots and things like that that are popping out of the ground. Stuff that some of it probably could get cut with a mower, probably shouldn't be cut with a mower. So I'm going to do my best today to take care of as much of that as possible. So I am going to get started. Wish me luck. Man, I do this every time. I forgot something again. So I don't need my boots today because the ground is very dry, but I did not bring headphones, or not headphones, but some sort of earmuffs or ear protection. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long I can deal with it. If my ears start hurting or something, or this just gets too annoying, I don't know. I may have to switch over to... I did bring a machete. I could do it old school. All right, let me show you a little bit of kind of what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can find a spot. Okay, I found one here. So I put my glove there just to give you some reference on the size, but you can see, I don't know if this thing's even attached to the ground. Let's see. Okay, we lucked out. This one's not attached, but there are roots that look kind of like this all throughout the property. Now, if we were brush hogging this wouldn't be a big deal, but if I were to bring, let's say, a finish mower out here, because that's all I have, I really don't want to be running over not just big roots like that, but also some pretty big rocks too. Could you imagine hitting something like that with a finish mower? Yeah, I don't think so. So I started out trying to cut all of these roots. I think what I'm going to do though is, first of all, I'm going to get my trimmer out of the heat because it is going to roast out there. We'll get that out of the heat, and now I'm actually just going to walk around, look for stones, big things like that, and then if I find any larger roots, I'll come back and trim those out, because the roots would be a bad day for the mower. The rocks would be a really bad day for the mower. It might be a bad week to try to get that thing back in working condition.
Oh, and another throw just over 75, so it's really close at the top here.
As much as I don't want to use the trimmer with no headphones, man, I keep calling them headphones, don't I? With no sort of ear protection. I'm just gonna have to use it because there's just too much stuff stuck in the dirt. I don't want to pull too hard because I'm gonna uproot all of these tiny little grasses that are just trying to get started. Things are already starting to warm up, and springtime isn't the best time to really start seeding cooler season grasses like a fescue, but you know, what are you gonna do? It wasn't ideal time, but it is growing in. It's just, it's struggling. It needs more water. And for better or for worse, the property here does dry out pretty easily. I guess that's a good thing. It means we don't get flooding, we don't retain too much water. It also means, I don't know if I'll ever get a pond on this property, but at least we won't get any flooding either. So that's probably the most important thing. There's still a couple of stumps, I think, that got missed during the clearing. That does happen. I've got some marking tape, so I'm just gonna kind of spray them just so I can hopefully see them later and I don't try to, you know, mow a stump that's like this big and it's, you know, just high enough to hit the blades kind of thing. Let me get back in the shade here. So this definitely isn't ideal to be out here doing this by hand, and some of you out there probably feel like this is dumb or fruitless, but I'm trying to save my machinery as much as possible, and I will gladly spend a few hours out here cutting some of these big roots and stumps that are sticking up with a $15 blade than try to pull a $4,000 lawnmower through here. So yeah, it might seem like a waste of time and it might seem stupid, but in the end I'm saving money and it doesn't cost me a whole lot of time. So I think it's worth it. Again, this is really what I'm trying to avoid. You see this guy stuck in the ground? And he's a good like 9-10 inches up out of the ground. What I really want to do is shave him down as flush as possible so that I can still mow over him. I'm not going to pull this root out of the ground because I don't want to disturb all of the grass that's growing up around it. Eventually this guy's going to rot and he'll be just fine, but I don't want this kind of stuff sticking around. The mower will probably chop that if I miss it, but this guy here, he's a good 2-3 inches thick. That would be a bad day for a finish mower. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna keep working. Oh, I thought I saw something up in the woods. I'm gonna keep working, and anyways, you guys, as always, be good. I'll see you on the next one.